All right, first of all, Ben, thanks so much for joining us here on Astro SuperSport. It's really nice to meet you. I hope you're doing well, but let me just jump straight into things, all right? So, things are slowly looking up for Arsenal in recent weeks after an extremely difficult start. Obviously, I'm sure you're well aware, trust the process is the mantra that's surrounding Arsenal at the moment. Can you sort of tell us the view of that process from the inside, if you can break it down, the strategy for us, not just in terms of goals, but also stylistically and the identity that Arsenal's trying to achieve and what's been shared with you in general?
Yeah, I think Arsenal's a massive club, and the teams that they've had before, really high quality and one of the best teams in the league. And I think we're all trying to get back to that level and try and get the respect that they had when they were going away to teams, when people were coming to the Emirates. I think that's what we want.
How far away do you think then is Arsenal from those goals at the moment?
Them teams were amazing. Some amazing players. I think we have the quality to do that. We've got a really young team, and who knows? I think we can do well.
Right, of course, you, upon joining Arsenal, you were sort of thrown into the deep end at some levels because of how difficult of a start Arsenal had in the Premier League, at least. How did you personally manage that expectation and the pressure when Arsenal lost those first three Premier League games?
Yeah, I don't really take any notice of that stuff. I think it's part and parcel of what you're doing. It's never nice to lose a game, especially the first one of the season. And then to lose the next two wasn't ideal, but I think it shows the character of our team to get back up and running and put the performances in that we did last month.
Was there something maybe said in the dressing room by the manager that maybe struck a chord with you in such a difficult time?
I think it's just sticking together. When bad things happen, you need to stay together and try and get through them as a team. I don't think the gaffer needed to say anything to us. We already knew what we had to do and how to do it, really.
Well, I'm sure you're also aware that there's a lot of talk of your transfer fee in the media and amongst fans. Did you feel the pressure of that figure on your shoulders?
No, not really. It's not really my decision how much someone pays for me, so it's not really anything to do with me. It's a lot of money. I can only do my best, and that's what I'll continue to do.
It's interesting because Nigel Winterburn, we had him on the show. I'm sure you know who he is. Said something similar as well, that it's unfair to constantly judge players based on those numbers, based on those figures, because it wasn't what was decided by you, by the players themselves, but rather by a very complicated circumstances. Do you agree that players shouldn't be judged based on that number?
Yeah, I think it's out of the players' control. Um, it's a discussion between two teams, and you don't really have any say in it. So it is what it is.
So how do you then feel you have adapted to life in North London?
Yeah, no, it's been really good. Coming to a team like this with amazing players, it's a bit scary, but they all welcomed me in so well, and I feel at home now.
What do you mean by scary? Like, what were the first few things that maybe made you a bit nervous upon joining?
It's just like going to a new school. You don't know anyone. Um, you don't know where you're going to be living. It's a load of different things that mount up, I guess.
So who was the first person then in the dressing room that sort of made you became your best friend, I guess, in some sort of way? Can it kind of
Uh,
bring you around and introduce you to everyone?
yeah, I think that's what's so good about Arsenal. You come here and everyone's so nice. I think whoever you meet when you come to this training ground, you're going to get on with, and I think that was a massive point for me, and it was so nice to have that.
Are you particularly close to any of the players in Arsenal, like especially so?
Um, yeah, I'd say there's a few that you're closer to, but the majority is it's we're all such a big family. We're all so close, and we all get on so well.
So as a family, then who's the sort of older brother, younger brother, who's the father figure, so to speak?
Um, I don't think we really have them roles, to be fair. Everyone just, you know, I think we all know what we're doing. No one needs to tell anyone off or put one into shape. Everyone's on the same mission. I think we're all going for the same thing.
Right. So let's talk about your game then, because you played in different positions last season, but you really seem to have settled into that centre back role in Arsenal. Is that where you see your strengths lie and where you're most comfortable with long term?
Yeah, no, I think I'm definitely a centre half. I could fill in different positions, but yeah, I think my main role is as a centre back.
Is that were you always sort of in these positions growing up? Because I would think most kids would want to be a striker growing up because you know you get the goals and you get the glory and things like that.
Yeah, I used to play centre mid when I was younger, and then through academy I was playing left back and right back. It was only until I went to Brighton that I started playing centre back, and that's where I pushed on and done okay.
So as I said, a defender's game is sometimes also impacted by who plays in goal behind them. So can you tell us the difference between playing in front of Bernd Leno and Aaron Ramsdale? Both talented goalkeepers, but they do have slightly different qualities and personalities.
Yeah, I think I know Ramsdale from a long time ago. We've known each other for like 5 or 6 years, so obviously nice for him to be in the team at the moment. But I think both have such amazing qualities. They're pushing each other each day, and I think that's what you need in the Premier League to constantly be on your toes and getting better.
So are you a fan of goalkeepers that are a little bit more vocal behind you?
Um, I think it depends. Depends how they're saying it, what they're saying. If it's a load of rubbish coming out of their mouth, there's probably not much point. But yeah, no, it is good to have a goalie that's demanding and always ready.
I also want to talk about Takehiro Tomiyasu because he's fit in so well, so seamlessly. He's been impressive. How is he like in training, and just how talented is he from your eyes, from having seen him and having played alongside him?
Yeah, obviously you've all seen how he's performed when he's playing for Arsenal. He's such a nice guy. He fitted straight in when he come. Yeah, I think all the boys love him, and you know he's doing the business on the pitch, and he's doing really well.
Yeah, he has been incredibly impressive for Arsenal as well. And you mentioned earlier that Arsenal is such a massive club. There's a huge reputation to live up to. You particularly probably grew up in that era when Arsenal was such a dominant side in the Premier League. Um, who did you look up to growing up? Who did you support?
You know, I didn't support anyone. I never watched
Really? You
football.
didn't? No,
No,
you didn't support anyone.
no,
Interesting.
I still don't watch football. As soon as I leave training, that's it. No football. Yeah, never supported anyone. Just loved playing it.
Not even a particular player, not club related, but like an idol of some sort.
I always watched Dunkey when I was growing up. Obviously, he was playing every week, and to be obviously had to go to the games, so he was my main man that I would watch.
Right, very interesting then. I also want to quickly reflect on what a steep learning curve it has been for you for the past few years. I mean, just within, I think 3 years or so, you jumped from Championship to the Premier League and now being a regular for Arsenal. How do you personally reflect on your career, and what's been the biggest challenge so far?
I think you know I've played in League Two, League One, Champ, and Prem. I think every year just trying to do better. You know, when you get to the Premier League, it's such an amazing feeling. All I can do now is do better, perform consistently for Arsenal, and you know, help them out as much as I can.
Okay, just one final one from me then. So, of course, this is long way ahead at this point of time. obviously one of your goals would have been to make it to the England squad for the World Cup. Do you see your versatility in those roles that I've mentioned earlier as a hindrance or an advantage for your England opportunities?
Um, Obviously, there's such amazing players at England. Um, they've got cover everywhere. Such amazing players that can play in different positions. You know, it's a positive for me to be able to fit into a different role when needed. But yeah, I think it can only be a positive for me.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Ben, for your time. And of course, we want to wish you the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you.